let's read the very top again. It's the phrase actually from the Sifra Tzniut. It's a bezimda demata yarko shiviyah. And he has, let's try it again. Bezimda demata tishrei yarko shiviyah. And see how small he wrote it in there because I guess originally it's there in the one that we had in the Nidfas, but maybe not earlier. Okay, and in Mishtatche Yarche Elon, so we find these months, Tracer, and then he says there's 12 of them. Then he says, Farmacherim, the other people hold, though, it's Tlacer. So we've been talking about the Girsa. That's really what he's talking about. So in the world beyond. And he says the Mepatche, Tracer, once again, the difference of opinion, whether it's 12 or 13, Tare de Rachmim, there's the gates of Rachmanas. So he says, Bahachu Zimna Dirshu Hashem Bihimatsu Gasiv. Dirshu Hashem, they sought Hashem. In the place we could be found, that's where it's at. So I'll do the best I can with this. I think we stopped on number Kuf Yud Daled, and we had a specific statement in Kuf Yud Daled. It's all the way down at the bottom over there. It says, again, I'm not sure where to start. Just I'm going to read up to number Kuf Yud Gimel and then read down. He said, Bezimta Demata Yarcha Shavuot. For that 7th month, and in the black print it goes. Screw this up. Bezimna Demata Yarcha Shavuot. Skip down to the next black print, and it says Mishtatche Yarche Elon. This is where you find these Yarche. So which are the months. So what he says, Oznim Sam Shlosha Asidikuni Diknachana. Because this is where you see, I think he means the manifestation of these 13 is showing itself, Hanikra Chadashim, which are called by the word Chadashim. Now, I'm not sure why I made a point about this. Vinyan Ela Chadashim, who, so you want to talk about these new, I guess, I know it has to do with the word new. So he says, Elo HaChadashim hu, ki shlosha asa tikuni dikna, when we talk about them, the Eric Anpin, hem keneged shneim aser chodja hashana. In some way, they correspond to the 12 months of the year. And yachad im chodesh ha'ivor, with the exception of the chodesh ha'ivor, which we're getting now. Not with exception, he said together with that. V'lechein nikroim shlosha aser tikunim elo b'shem chadashim, and that's the reason why they're called chadashim. The reason why they're called the dashim is because 12 with a new chodesh ha'ivor, therefore that's how you call them chadashim. Okay, that's a little tricky for me, but what he's saying, I think, is that the concept of the kolel is incorporated in the month. I don't know. Is this the Ivor, or the next one is the Ivor? So the next one is going to be the Ivor. That's going to be a kolel of the other 12 midos. That's what I think he said. Okay, let's go over here to number Kuf Yud Daled. More, it's more trying to pin down the language. That's what he does over here. Rabbi Pirish Maurice Saruk. Oh well, let's go over to the Risaruk rather. He says, Kan Bezechel Deshona, this is what the Risaruk says. So we find in these months, and now he didn't use the word Chodesh there, he used the word Yereach, Elon, Koloma She'elu HaYud Beis Havayus, V'ima Kola B'Chodesh Shvi, which is the Kola, which takes place in the, he says, in the 7th month, Shuhu Tishrei Mizgal Mamala, there is revealed up above. What is revealed? Vehem Nekroim Yarchim. Now they're called by this name Yarchim. So he said the Yoshe Bakal Chodesh Yeshlo Tziruf Havaya Achas. Now he means that using like the what we call it, the let's just go to Yaakov Cronenberg's book, where he's saying that there are actually possibility in 4 letters to make 24 combinations, but because there's 2 hays, this makes 12 different combinations of how you can spell Yud K Vav K, and that's also in the birth chart and other things as well. For each month that you see this in the Rishash and Namatik Medavash Siddur, he says, Yesh lo tziruf havaya achas. Each one of them has a different combination in which the the Havaya shines on us, or shines through that. Kasher Yudatos. He says, you know this. I'm quoting. He's quoting. Ad kind of Ein Sham be your noise. I think it'd be more. V'chein Reid V'Pirush Talmud also should be your kind of Zel Deshon V'Dilog. Mishtavke Yarche Elin Flaser, that there are 13. V'im Yud Beis Dekunim, V'hem Yud Beis Dekunim, V'nake Ku Tikun Yud Gimel. So that's the 13. There's 12. Then you get to Nake, which is what? Clean? Client, what is it? Yud Beis Zeruf, so therefore there are 12 different possible combinations of how the name Yud-Ke Vav-Ke can be spelled. Vima Kolo, if you take the Kolo, put them all together, what do you get? Bibbidi Babbidi Boo, you get Yud Gimel. L'Gnegdam Hey Yud Beis Chadashim, and corresponding to them, there are these 12 Chadashim, which you gave it this definition for it. But let's move on. That Chadash is really, I think he meant to refer to the 12 that are coming in, and then the Kolel, V'im Chodeshai Ivor, that makes Yud Gimel. A little bit of vagary, I think, in the language for me still. Ein Sham V'ikra Hadavar, so that what's it tell you? Ikra Hadavar Yud Beis Chadashim Im Chodeshai Ivor, Heim Keneged Yud Gimel Dikna, V'isa B'Lekuti Torah, so you have that over in the Lekuti Torah, B'Sel L'Shona B'Toch Devarav, he says Dikna Hey, so he says Dikna, Heim Yud Beis Mazlos, Im Chodesh Ivor. Now he calls all of them Mazlos, together with the Chodesh Ivor. But he still wants to try to put together the same kind of idea. 12 plus a kolel. V'chem keneged Yud Gimel Tikuni Dikna. They correspond to the 13 Tikunim of the Dikna. Ad Kan. V'chein Chub Sefer Chodekutim al the Sefer Sham, the same thing. V'sal Deshon B'Toch Devarav. Zikna the Atik, the Erik Anpin. Heim Yud Gimel Mazlos. Im Chodesh Ivor, together with the Chodesh Ivor, Vehem Keneged Yud Gimel Tikuni Dikna. So I want to make sure we understand our language. That's where the language is coming from. And I don't know if we got anything more that we could do in this little bit of time, but we have like 1 minute, right? So I'll just read a little bit. So for our 1 minute. Now, Ba'alma Yilah, so now we're going on to the next phrase. So, excuse me, after a number given, yeah, it said, Ba'alma Ilah. Whoops. What does it mean, Ba'alma Ilah? So he said, Ba'alma Ilah, B'shlosha asa dekuni dikta elu nimsoim umizgalam ba'olam ha'elyon shuhu bina. So this is where it's first revealed. I think we're going to stop because this is going to be another subject. And we'll see what goes on is that we understand that the place where the Miskala is going to be, there's an interface or synapse between Bina and the 13 Tikkun, and they're going to start, here they are. Okay, that's it, Rebbe. Thank you so much for learning with me.